Okay, well, let's just get started with Ed. Ed is our Artist Spotlight. He's very quiet, but he does great work.
And I retired in 2010 and started painting, and I was actually from Maryland. And I belonged to a club up there called the Frederick Plein Artists. And we did all sorts of painting, and I did it for till I moved here about two and a half years ago. So I have a lot of Maryland paintings and some Nevada paintings. And kind of what I want to share with you today is what I did then and what I'm doing now. So I'm going to start passing them around.
What did you do for a job?
I was a manufacturer's rep.
What did you?
Office furniture. That's with the Knoll Furniture Company.
Knoll?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Very elite.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's expensive.
Depends on your point of view. Okay. I'm going to pass these around. So that first one there is a painting from Devil's Backbone, and that's over by the Antietam Creek, by the Antietam battlefield. And then that second one is here. Oh, that's Pantera, and that one was in Frederick, Maryland. And then this next one here is Kipperoo, and that's a sheep farm somewhere in Maryland, in Frederick area. And then this is a nursery over in Middletown, Maryland. Used a lot of green. And this is Sherry Kemp's farm. And this behind, this is actually a slave quarters from, slaves, yeah. And one thing you'll note on the back of all these, when I do a painting or when I go on plein air, I'll usually do a sketch first, work out all the particulars of where everything goes, and then the colors and whatnot. So that's what's kind of on the back there. Now we're into Nevada, and there's Frenchman's Mountain from the bird viewing area park. And that was one of my first ones, so it's kind of a little shaky.
I'm in Nevada.
Yeah. And then this is on the road to Sandy Valley.
Wow, I know exactly where it is.
Yeah. I was getting a little better with the desert colors there.
Great composition.
Yeah. And then this is Willow Beach, Lake Mead in Arizona. And
So these are all plein air.
These are fabulous.
excuse me?
Plein air painting?
Yeah, everything is plein air. And then this is Whitney Mesa off of Sunset Road.
Oh,
Where is Whitney Mesa?
Not far from here. Yeah. And then finally, this is the Clark County Museum, and that's the train station there.
Oh, yes, yes,
Oh,
yes.
that's funny.
And then one thing I also wanted to pass around was what I do is I develop like a color chart, and this is Maryland. This is Nevada. And Nevada's still a work in progress. So I've got most of my colors, but not all of them.
Very cool. When do you make this color chart? As you're working?
Yeah.
After?
Yeah, like a lot of times, in magazines, you look at colors and the artists will tell you what kind of paints they use, what color paints. So I'll go get them and experiment, and you mix them and, develop different things. So that's that's my guidepost. When I go to a site and I get my little sketch done, I'll pull that out and see what works. Right now I'm working on a little project over in Lake Mead at the, it's called the Gypsum Wash. And it's really, really neat. It's like a little valley, and on each side are all these cliffs, and all eroded, and it's all this orange dirt. And it's kind of like, ooh, I'm going to paint that. So that's the next project.
How long does it take you to do like one of those?
Not too long. You know, for these, a couple of days usually. And studio painting, it'll take me like 6 months. But these, you know, are pretty quick. And they're kind of loose and, you know, ready to go.
How much equipment do you carry with you?
Not too much. I got a chair, a little table that I have, a little sort of tambourette, and an umbrella, and a camera. The umbrella is important.
Yeah.
I have one of those Shade Buddy ones
You do the outline and the pencil sketch on
First.
site
on site.
and think of your colors on site,
Yes.
and then you finish it off at home.
There's two ways I do it. One, usually I'll do all of that in one sitting, and then I get tired and I say I gotta go. And then if I'm really ambitious, I'll come back and paint it. If not, if I'm lazy, I'll just paint it at home.
Yeah,
Yeah,
makes sense.
that's it for me, folks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great job.
Here you go.
Well, that was a great presentation.
Yeah.